And welcome back, everyone. Ellington here, and we are back on Total War Rome 2. And this one here is a good one. We are back on the settlement of Tur, and we've got ourselves a 4 versus 4. This was actually a battle from a stream that I did recently. Well, not even recently. It's actually been multiple months since this video is coming out that we played the battle. So, like I said, we are on the settlement of Tur. Right off the bat, let's go ahead and get into the factions and the players. On the attack, we have Carthage being commanded by Sea Dog. Galatia being commanded by me. Then we have got Arverni, being commanded by Lance. And finally, Epirus being commanded by Centurion. For the defenders, we have got Nervii being commanded by Godfather. Pontus being commanded by Trojans. Egypt being commanded by Rossworthy, and finally, who are we missing here? Getae, I believe. Getae being commanded by Zero. Alright, so once again, like I said, this is on the settlement of Tur. Pretty standard attack formations here. You can see the main attack going into this corner. Mostly, the real reason for that is honestly just due to the angle of this corner makes it very, very hard to defend against archers, flanking shots, things like that. Although they do have angles here, they can't quite reach some things, so they have to be a little bit careful there. Artillery coming in on the hoplites back here. You can see Pontus staying a little thick on his formations. That is thick, T-H-I-C-C, not T-H-I-C-K. Nobody cares about that. I believe that was my artillery shooting that. Yeah, I've got 42 kills now, and I think like 2 shots I've taken. As you can see, we did take a wall down. We opened up a breach here on the corner. Levy Freeman are from Arverni going in first, but they got pretty well beat up by Nervii and Getae here, so once we get some better troops into that breach, they'll do a little bit better. Gallic Hunters from Arverni taking some shots. Arverni is actually down an archer now. I will show you why here in a moment. See the spears from Getae coming out of the breach and actually trying to sneak over into Arverni's archers. So the reason that Arverni is down an archer, they brought their archers, they guerrilla deployed them here and here so that they could get shots over onto the artillery crews. So from there and there. The problem was that the defenders were anticipating a move like this. It's not unknown for Arverni with those Gallic Hunters. They had their archers and slingers and stuff set up in perfect positions to take shots on them as soon as the game started. So you can see even the ones that did survive, 55 men and 94 men on those, pretty beat up. Alright, now the Levy Freeman, these like brave lads going back in. Nervii is just waiting to, well, I was going to say waiting to ambush, or not ambush this, but kind of take advantage of this, but it looks like Nervii is actually kind of setting up back a little bit. You can see an archer fight here between the Gallics of Nervii and the Gallics of Arverni. Not 100% sure why Epirus did not push forward to assist in that archer fight, but it's fine. Okay, the Gallic Hunters of Arverni have now backed off, gone invisible now. They've gone hidden. No invisibility in this game. Unless you have an invisibility cloak, obviously. Ooh, what's this? Falksmen coming out. So these Falksmen actually early game came out and killed a unit that had pushed a tower up here. And now they're getting shot by Cretans, which is not fun for Falksmen. They really don't like getting shot. 10 armor, yeah, it's no bueno. They have 113 kills from what they killed of that late Libyan hoplite, though. This is still a juicy target. Have I been taking shots? I was shooting something. I got 72 kills. What about the other artilleries? Sea Dog has 25. And Epirus has 19. That is one thing. So this map, honestly, like a lot of maps, having artillery is extremely helpful, okay? Artillery prevents defenders from having huge, massive clumps of troops ready to go forward and support the defense. The more clumps of troops, the better shots for the artillery. So that means that it is a good deterrent of that kind of action. So if there's no artillery, then defenders can basically stack up whatever they want to support the attack. Ooh, man, artillery. I think that was Epirus coming in over here against, like, the archers. You can see Nervii getting really good shots. This is actually a good setup for the defenders here. Setting up something like this and this. That allows their archers to set up here and shoot them in the back. Oh, my God. Look at that artillery right down the line of the Nervii Celtic warriors. Got some mercenary Celtic warriors from Pontus also lined up. Levy Freeman. You can see we have a very large archer presence moving forward to this side. Got my 3 Syrians and the 3 Cretans of Carthage, and here comes Epirus. Now, for some reason, Epirus is leaving one of his 3 Cretans back at the back there. I'm not 100% sure why. Oh, the Gallics just getting wasted by the Galatian or the Syrian archers. I was gonna say Galatian Syria. Yeah, you get it. You understand. Then a good cycle there. Galatian swords and mercenary Samnite warriors. Samnite warriors should make short work of these Celtics. And look at that, we have another mercenary Samnite warrior. People always ask me about important DLCs. Which DLC should I get? Yada, yada, yada. I'll tell you right now, one of the most important DLCs out there is the Hannibal at the Gates DLC, okay? 1, it gives you Lusitani. 2, it gives you Eravaki. But number 3 reason as to why the Hannibal at the Gates is more important than people give it credit for, the mercenary units it gives to so many factions. Samnite warriors. Syracuse doesn't get them. Epirus doesn't get them. Carthage doesn't get them if they don't have Hannibal at the Gates, and they are a superb unit. Don't worry, I will be doing a video about the DLC packages, what they offer, why they may be good, and why they may be worth passing for now. I am of the opinion that during sales, it is worth it to get pretty much any of the DLCs. But if you're just like, hey man, I've got 20 bucks, what should I buy right now? You know, there are certain things. So I will have a video coming out about that, kind of going over. I haven't decided if I'm going to do like one of those tier list things, or if I'm just going to do a video, like an explanation video. But keep an eye out for that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the faction army build breakdown of the Gallic tribes. And if you did, please leave a comment. That lets me know that, hey man, I really enjoyed this. This was really helpful, and I want to see more about the other faction packs and things like that. You know, you have like your successor states, which are your Egypt and Macedon, Seleucid, so on and so forth. You know, that is kind of what I'm talking about. The videos will be done in groups of factions, typically factions that are very similar to each other with similar units. Like if you watch the Gallic Tribes one, you notice that most of them had Oathsworn, most of them had Celtic warriors, so on and so forth. The Arty, man, is just tearing it up right now. I'm telling you right now, this artillery is just wrecking stuff. Look at Epirus, 251 kills. Sea Dog as Carthage, which is 82. Then you have myself at 119, and I'm pretty sure I still have ammo. And did Arverni bring one? Did I say? No, Arverni did not bring one, which is all right. You don't always need 3. Starting to see some noble swords from Gete. Look at this. Oh! We saw, I remember this. Like I said, this battle was a little wild, but I remember this. I remember seeing these units coming, and I was like, target that. Those are 3 very expensive units. They were very clumped up, and it was beautiful. Epirus now up to 266 kills, 120. Oh! You can see I was trying to get one last shot on that noble sword. Didn't quite hit it. Oh, but did Carthage? Nope, Carthage did not. Well, damn. Well, how's about that? The kind of part that you have to be really conscientious of when you have your artillery is you have to remember that artillery has a limited range. So, depending on how your attack is going, depends on how fast you need to be using that artillery. Because if you have a very strong attack where you're pushing them back, you are starting to lose room to use that artillery. So, you basically run into the thing of, well, shit, now the defenders are all back here, and they're out of range. Well, now I have ammunition that's wasted. Right? And that puts you in a really bad position. It's wasted money. Wasted money is bad. Rome is a numbers game, right? It is values. Do you get better value out of your 11,700 than I do out of mine? You know, so that is the thing you want to be very conscientious of. Noble swords with the headhunt now in. But you definitely want to be very conscientious of making sure that you are using that ammo. But also at the same time, you don't want to be wasting it, okay? You don't just want to be like, hit this, hit this, hit this. Look for targets. Look for legitimately good targets. You want things, oh, this is going to hurt a lot. Fierce swords, frenzy, into the Galatian swords. So really, the things you want to be really kind of conscientious of when you're looking at it. Oh god, the noble swords getting hit in the back. Oh. Egyptian infantry, noble swords in the back getting hit from the artillery. You want to look for clumps. Look for clumps of units that are tightly formed together, or depending on the angle of where your artillery is, look for lines. You know what I mean? So like over here you saw earlier that some of the defensive positions of the defenders provided really, really good down the line shots for the Epirus artillery. Stuff like that is stuff you want to look for. So that is why I say you don't just want to be throwing artillery ammo in just for nothing, okay? Now if you're going to run out of room to use it. Get rid of it. Get as many kills as you can, as fast as you can before you lose your range. Oh, this is bad. Look at the archers, all completely exposed. But for some reason, Nervii not pursuing that. He had the clear option of going right down the gap and getting into all of our archers, and there was nothing there to stop it. Noble swords are going to do that, but they're a little late. You see forming up now, Libyan infantry of Carthage. So a little late there. Noble swords, 89 kills. And you can see, we see these fierce swords with their 45 armor, and we are putting all ammunition into them. Fierce swords are one of those units that when they get into combat, if they're able to cycle charge and charge into your units, they do a lot of damage. Levy Freeman look like they're trying to get some jabbies in. So far this side seems to be going just fine. Doesn't look like they're putting too stout of a defense into this. You can see you got a couple Pontic swords and stuff, but really there's not much else. Most of Pontus, I mean, he's got a bunch of hoplites back here, which, to be honest with you, some of those hoplites probably could have done pretty well here. Although, I mean, they have lost the archer fight in that corner, so maybe not. Getes, Dacian heavy bows. What are they shooting at? What I probably would suggest here is falling back to something like this, so that your archers can then come over here and shoot into the backs of that line. You just obviously need to be careful of all the archers here, but, you know, they have a decent amount of archers. Got 4 Dacian heavy bows, 4 Eastern archers, 4 Gallic hunters from Nervii, and then at least 3 Cretans probably, and maybe 1 Nubian. So you have a lot of archers for the attackers. So, I mean, even if they maybe don't have as many good archers as the defenders, maybe they don't have as many good archers as the attackers, but they can at least take a fight. But I think at this point, the attacking team has basically got a full foothold with their archers, and they have fully pushed back any of the defending missile units. You can see a bunch of them up there on the hill, a couple over here, and I think trying to shoot the backs of the Pontics, I think, as they're running. Thorough Spears of Egypt, some carrying axemen in combat now. Look at that padded armor. Huzzah! So definitely a good foothold. And we're probably not going to be putting too much over into this. We probably are going to focus our attack onto the hill here. I don't remember 100%. I think we eventually do an attack over here. But I think, and this is typically what tends to happen, and pretty standard strategy is if you attack this side or put pressure here, it is typically a late game thing. Majority pressure tends to be put here and here. And every once in a while up the mountain over on the far side there. I think Carthage was trying to sneak by, but Pontic swords rushing in and plugging the gap for now. But look at that archer fire. Oh, so this is the problem. Since they lost this side, they kind of set up, or tried to set up like this. The problem with that is the crossfire from here, and obviously, as you can see, into here. Just really doesn't work very well like that. It's a game of angles. It's like pool. So you can see, if you set up like this, then we can set up and shoot like that and like that. And we don't, that's not good. It's not a good angle. It's not how you want to fight that. So you can see they pretty much have lost this outer area and now are falling back to the final kind of second layer area of Tur. That's if they get this Noble Sword out. To be honest with you, if I was Gete, I probably would have taken this Noble Sword the long way. And unfortunately, they are going to have units stuck. Once again, there is time to get units out of here. They just have to take the mountain pass. Egyptian swordsman or thorax swordsman about to break, excuse me. Thorough Spears at 72 kills, not too shabby. Noble swords, probably going to make short work of this Libyan. The question will be, obviously, will the Libyan last long enough for any other reinforcements to get there to help finish this Noble Sword? Finish him. Noble Sword now falling back. Broke the Libyan just in time to, looks like, gonna get out of there. Once again, I'm not 100% sure why bringing the Thuros this way. Take them the long way. I really think it's kind of a waste of a unit. Now they're completely surrounded. You got Libyans on one side, Galatian swords on the other. Libyans pretty healthy. Got some Oathsworn from Arverni. On this side, not much of a push yet. But here's the deal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 Galatian legionaries untouched. Galatian sword back here, about to hop off the tower. Now, bounce power is slightly in the attacking favor, but not fully in the attacking favor. Fierce swords, actually getting some good jabbies here, right in the backs of these Samnite warriors. Or Italian swords, excuse me. Oh, look at that. Syrian archers getting over here and hitting the wall. That hurts. That hurts a lot. Libyan infantry attacking the thorax swords of Egypt. Honestly, very similar units, these two. Libyans and thorax are like almost the same unit. Now the archers, what are they shooting at now? Do we still have artillery ammo that we're using? Did I just see a rock fly over here? 122 on the Carthaginian, 218 on the Egyptian, or the Galatian, excuse me. 295 on Epirus. Epirus got hella good worth of his on his artillery. And Arverni looks to be taking the mountain. Seems like he wants to put the pressure up the hill. Well, looks like primarily Carthage attacking here. I mean, myself as Galatia, I'm barely into this settlement yet. Epirus is barely engaged. And taking the goat path. Look at this. Galatian swords getting up the goat path. That should allow a threaten on this unit here. Noble sword's gonna come up, and they're gonna have something to say about that. Pontic trying to fall back, trying to get out of that trap. It's a trap! Galatian, or the Getae noble sword, 138 men, but had no kills. That's the one that got beat up by artillery. The Galatian swords are not going to last very long here. So they're getting beat up. Now, archer fire coming out on them, but probably not the best shot there. Shooting right into a shielded line that's in combat. Probably not getting the best kills. Oh, that hurts. I think it was the Getae Dacian heavy bows shooting over here. Is that slingers? Yeah, Egyptian slingers up on the wall, but once again, the Syrians making short work of that. They're saying, nope, get the hell off of there. So the slingers are getting off there. I mean, that's plain and simple. Thorough spears moving up now. Got a hoplite from Pontus. Not a huge fan of the hoplite choice here. Let's go see what Arverni sees. Arverni, what do your Gallic eyes see? They're falling back to the keep. Nobody? Nobody? All right. It's fine. My jokes are terrible. It's okay. I get it. I'm going to keep saying them. All right, so you're about to witness one of the most painful things in this map. Okay, the attack on this hill is very, very painful. And the reason for that is because of this shot right here. You can get shots right into the backs of that line, and there's not much that the attackers can do about it. The only thing they could hope to do is if they had stuff here, they could probably contest this. But the problem is, you can see that Pontus is making sure that that is not an option. So you could see Gete getting some really good shots into the back. I think I saw some Egyptian archers over here somewhere as well. You can see Epirus is attempting to get up here. Epirus, his archers are pretty low on ammo. So if he gets in this archer fight, one, it does two things, okay? One, it stops the Gete heavy bows from shooting the back of our front line. Number two, it wastes the Dacian heavy bows ammunition on archers that are already almost out of ammunition. So, it's kind of a win-win. That is if Gete takes the bait. So if Gete begins shooting at the Epirus archers, we are very happy. What do you guys think? Will they? Put a comment before it happens or doesn't happen. Will they do it? And look at that. Right as I say, put a comment before they do, they did. Bugger. 194 on a Galatian sword is not much to bat an eye at. I'll take that. Libyans gone in. Scutari were in, but they are now falling back, which is probably not a bad idea. Libyans also hitting the front end here. Triple bronze chevron hoplite. Once again, Pontus, there's probably some work that could be done on this army. But it's okay. It's all right. There's nothing wrong with that. Aha, what did Arvernes Gallic eyes see? They saw Nervii, other Gallic-eyed people. I don't know what I'm trying to say. So, Osworn v. Osworn. The problem is the Nervii Osworn has the advantage here with the hill. Libyans and Libyans switching. Libyans not a great charge bonus, only 18. But it does help kind of keep units refreshed and such. Bunch of Pontic archers over here. Look at this. I think what I'm trying to do, I'm trying to get up here to try and jabby over the heads of the Libyans, but I don't think it's going to work. Noble Sword waiting to go in, maybe? He's lost 30 men. I'm not sure what the plan is. Okay, Noble Swords did go in now. Libyans at 170 kills. All right. Run, run, run away. These hoplites are holding firm. 105 kills now. There's some good places for screenshots with the sun shining in the background. Ooh, there we go. Look at that. Nice setup. Go in column formation, getting the jabbies while the combat's involved. What is this? A thorax? 97 kills. Not too shabby. Double sword now at 88. And looks like Nervii switched out his Osworn for the Fierce Sword. Fierce Sword, 91 kills. He frenzied on his way in. One downside to that is that it really makes your unit tired. But this unit does not look like he has much plans to take it out of combat. Oathsworn chopped up at 77 men. Really beat up by the opposing Oathsworn. Carthage is just cycling out like crazy, guys. Man. It's got a Libyan at 176. The Scutari is untouched. Carthage right now is really leading the attack. Epirus and myself as Galatia have not really gone into much. You can see that I am, as Galatia, am attacking the right now. Trying to put some pressure here. Need to be careful. We got some Thorough Spears backed up. A Noble Sword as well. To be honest with you, I think I remember just being bored. They just like, man, what do I do? You know what I mean? Got Noble Horse Gen in. Look at this. 3 Royal Peltas sitting here from Epirus. Now, the Galatian Legionaries are... Whoops. Sorry about that, guys. They will win the fight against the Pontics. May not win the fight against Noble Swords, but if I do enough in the way of cycling these or Javies supporting it, you'd see Epirus actually shooting the Noble Sword over here. That should assist in kind of gaining some ground for the Galatian Legionaries against the Noble Swords. You can see I've gone shield wall here, condensing my formation, allowing the unit behind to get better javelin throws. Noble Swords at 114, Glacial Legionaries at 98. So right now you could probably switch these 2 units and probably be alright at that point. Thorough Spears now up. Oh, look at this. Ground being gained. A foothold, maybe. Nothing there to plug the gap. That could be rough. Let's see how it ends up going. Oh, and look at this. You dirty, dirty man. Epirus with the Thorough Spears. Jabbing the back of the defense there. Oh, that's painful. Got a, is that a battle rhythm? Or, yep, battle rhythm here for Carthage. And I think Arverni is looking to make his way up. I don't know if there's a unit at the top of this little hill here. Or maybe they gave that up because of the Thorough Spears. That might be why. Those back shots into the back from the Thorough Spears is extremely painful. Thorough Spears. Oh no. Archer fire back into the backs there. Oh, that hurts. Not getting a ton of kills yet, but they will begin getting those kills. Soon enough, my friends. Yeah, that attack on the right, not going so hot so far. Early on, it was fine before the archers came to assist. That is what really made that painful. I'm not 100% sure why I didn't bring my archers over to assist in that. Well, never mind. Well, they're out of ammo. That's why they didn't go help. Well, that sucks. Well, Epirus is getting some shots, so that's helpful. Eastern archers have extremely low armor, so if they get hit by our arrows, they're going to die. You can see I just said, nope, screw this, and took the healthy unit I had, and I said, GTFO. Pontus now just, well, maybe he's going to turn and try and pick the fight with Epirus. So we'll see if how big of a mistake that attack was. And here come the Royal Peltis of Epirus, untouched and ready to roll. I'm a little surprised Nervii gave up the peak of the hill. You know, by having the summit of the hill makes our Verni have to climb to you. Now you're giving them the impetus of the charge here. Got a Nervii's General here and a depleted Oathsworn with 200 kills. 200 kills and 2 chevrons, which means that they were killing good units, which I believe were mostly Oathsworn. Oathsworn v. Oathsworn, it's a very sad thing. So we're going to get a charge here. Do it. Do it. No? Maybe not? There we go. Yeah, it wasn't much of a charge, I guess. Ooh, looks like maybe a little bit of a counter-attack here. Look at this. Pontus and Getae getting a little ballsy. Galatian Legionaries are going to finish off this very depleted Noble Sword. Levy Freeman actually have a good shot here. Cretan Archers 240. Only 97 on these ones, but they still have ammo, so that's good. Probably going to have to end up sending a unit over here to help. Oh no, look at this. Look how much ground they've regained. What is happening? Got 2 Thorax Swords out here engaging a Thorough Spear. A depleted Noble Sword taking on the Epirus General. Carthage's Cav Gen doing some charging into the backs here. Hammer and Anvil charges. And then the Royal Peltis taking on a Royal Peltis. Getting shot by Egyptian archers, which is not fun. I'm surprised by the Egyptian archer choice. Not sure I agree with that one. An archer fight that should have been relatively even was not so. I think mostly due. We're going to see at the end of the battle, but it looks like Egypt brought not very good archers. We still have Pike from Egypt back. And Royal Peltis Gen, Noble Sword Gen, Pontic Sword Gen. Alright, one of the Thorax ended up falling back. They knew they couldn't keep out this counter push here. On the right-hand side, Galatian Legionaries just holding off the Pontic units here. It's actually a Galatian sword here. Look at that. I didn't realize I had any left. Good, good, good. Look at this. Using the wall, getting around the defense. Now I can sneak around and hit the back of the Thorough Spears.
As you say, bring on! Get running! Charge! No!
All right, yeah, you can see that unit now gone, and Pontus is just GTF. He's getting out of here. Run away! Looks like gaining ground here. Mercenary Scutari and Royal Peltis about to finish off the Egyptian Royal Peltis. 144 kills on the Egyptian one, 108 on the Epirus one. And archers being unleashed onto the Noble Sword General of Getae. And Thorough Spears throwing their javies as well. Just sneak up with a Galatian Legionary. Use the goat path. Oh, look at this. That little Scutari actually came over and snuck into the back of the Thorax Swords. Nervii's Gen actually holding up here. I guess he decided to just stand here and hold his ground. 2 chevrons, 183 kills. down to 67 men. Thorax 155. Now Thorough Spear's going. I don't know what Carthage is doing. He's trying to charge his gen into this. Not 100% sure why, but Galatian Legionaries now engaging on the top. Ow, look at that. Royal Peltis right into the two generals. Uh-oh, Pontic Swords charging the Peltis. Royal Peltis with the battle rhythm, but no, use the whip. Bit surprised there. Actually, it was a good charge there by Carthage, but I think he's pulling out of it. Yeah. I think he doesn't think he got a good enough charge to go into that. I still have a full Galatian Legionary waiting. These are all depleted units and archers. Trying to avoid triggering, like in the long run, it can help avoid triggering army losses if you keep some of those units alive. Archers, if you can avoid it, try not to throw them into combat for no reason. Because in the end, it can make a pretty decent difference when it comes to whether or not army losses actually become a factor. Oh, that's painful. Royal Peltist ammo. Just need to deal with the Noble Sword. 54 men left in it. And then Arverni is folding in on the back. He's going to have to deal with the pikemen for now. Which I think is fine. You know, if you can keep the pikes over there, then that gives us more of an opportunity here. And then at that point, the pikes become useless anyways, so... Noble Sword Gen, it's gone. Now time to charge in and deal with the Egyptian general. Probably need to get something over there to assist in breaking that line. Royal Peltis. 34. Oh, this is painful. No, why? Oh, that hurts. Stop it. Stop it. Stop doing it. I don't like it. You can see we're leaving the Empress Royal Peltis engaged and then splitting units off here. Arverni really can't do a whole lot against the pikes. If he has javies and stuff, he could probably use that, but, you know. All right, and we have we have officially broken through the center. So anything here can now start pushing in. Or wait, hold on. Yeah, there was a Noble Sword there.
Get running! Kill!
And there we go. Cav getting into the archers. Archers are going to retaliate with archers, ammo, stuff, things. I don't know why my brain just went like dumb right there, but it definitely was. I don't know what's happening. But I believe the Carthaginian general. Oh, no, he's still going. I was going to say I think he's gone, but nope. And now he's getting into the archers and into the back of the defense over here. Pikes are going to try and turn around. Leaving the thorough spears to face the wrath of the Arverni Oathsworn. I don't know why I didn't take my general over here. Oh, I think because he was engaged, and so I was getting in the back to finish it off. And I believe that was army losses. So, let's go look at some kills. Alright, so starting off, we have myself as Galatia with 2,238 kills. Archers did pretty good. I'm happy with that. 207, 158, 171. Some of my legionaries I was not very happy with. I think I used them a bit kind of foolishly. Galatian Swords 202, 194, 218 on the Ballista. Sea Dog as Carthage with 2,438 kills. Let's see. Archers did pretty good. All of his infantry did pretty solid. Look at the Samnites 214, 109 on the Scutari. Lance has Arverni with 1486. He brought let's see. Brought 4 Oathsworn and 6 Chosen Swords. Went a little heavy on the Oathsworn due to our lack of... Honestly, we wanted to really nail the... we wanted to really take advantage of the lack of elites on the from Pontus here. Then finally for the attackers, we have Centurion as Epirus. Wow, I had a brain fart. It's 24-54. Very, very close scores there between Sea Dog and Centurion. 211, 236 on the Royal Peltis. 295 on the Ballista. Then look at his archers. 240, 234, 203. Very, very well done. For the defenders, leading off, we have Gete being commanded by Zero Chilling, 1,650 kills. Don't forget, Zero Chilling has himself a Twitch channel. I will leave a link in the description to that. Make sure to go over and check him out. Bought a bunch of noble swords, and they did pretty solid. 163 on that one. Archers did pretty good. 137, 133 on Falxes. Trojans as Pontus here, 1282. 130 on the hoplites. Pontic swords, he unfortunately they just did not do very well for him. Ross Worthy as Egypt with 1662, 171 on the general. I'm not a fan of this right here. I would have changed that absolutely. 3 Cretans and a Nubian's fine, or a Balearic or whatever, or Egyptian, excuse me. Thorax 212 is pretty good. And finally, for the defenders, 1,672 kills by Nervii, commanded by Godfather. 225 and 195 on the Oathsworn. Fierce Swords 152, 166. Just a very glass cannon unit. But that is going to be it for today's battle. Thank you guys so much for joining. Don't forget that if you are new to the channel, go and hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you guys next time.